Okay, I'm still at camp, and this came to mind, and I didn't want to hold it until I get home to do it. So I'm reading, I skip a lot of what I've already highlighted, but I'm going to this part. And I started talking about it earlier when I was walking fishing with the kids. So the thing says, when it came to Megan's schooling, both Thomas and Doria wanted the best of the best, starting with the Little Red Schoolhouse, a small, prestigious private elementary school that had been educating Hollywood's elite, including Johnny Depp and Scarlett Johansson, since the 40s. From there, Megan attended Immaculate Heart, an all-girls Catholic middle school in Los Feliz. And I put here on the side, where did things go wrong with Thomas? You know, Doria, there's not one doubt in my mind. She'll do whatever she can to help her daughter. But them together, her and Thomas together, to help pay for the schools for Megan, you could do it. All right. And the thing goes on to say, this is why I said I stopped reading excerpts that people were putting out online. And I said, I want to read the book myself. And so I could have my own thought process. So that's one of those things that caught me. All right. And actually, I should have gone before that, where it says, I highlighted, Doria didn't go to college until much later in her life because her family couldn't afford for her to attend. Okay. Wait. Shit, it's like the whole freaking page. I highlighted, but I skipped it, a lot of them. For instance, here, Thomas and Doria's dedication, however, than their commitment to Megan's education. Neither of them went on to attend college, even though Doria, I even underline it, Doria was in a club for gifted students at Fairfax High School in LA. So when I was walking to fishing with the kids, this is where I was saying, Doria is a very smart woman. She was in a club for gifted students. Okay, so here it continues saying, bugs all over me. After graduating, that's Miss Doria, she went to work at the antique store owned by her father, Alvin Ragland, and as a travel agent and the start of what will become a long string of jobs. Okay, so she did what she had to do. Doria didn't go to college until much later in her life because her family couldn't afford for her to attend. So here, when I said, I highlighted what came to mind when I read this, and this is something I think my husband and I also agree that for my kids, we don't know what they. Oh God. So my husband had called while I was in the middle of recording this. So one of the things my husband and I sort of, if it's possible, we'll do it, but we do want our kids to have some sort of college education. However, I think both of us will prefer them to have some sort of skills, some sort of technical trade skills, like how to build stuff, how to put things together, or even if mechanics, how to, fix a car, how to do HVAC and all of that. Once you have these kind of hands-on experiences and the how-to kind of things, you could do, a small little job for a lot of money because not too many people can do them. So you could make a lot of money of that and then make money to pay for your school. Both of us have already set up some stuff for them for school, but if they could have some sort of technical skills, some sort of things, we will prefer them to do that first, then they could go to college. But it's different when kids know what they want to do. Okay, for instance, one of their cousins, the drawings that he's doing, it's unbelievable. He be doing some animation and stuff like that. And one of the cousin works for, what's that, something studio, who does animation, movies and stuff like that. So he could easily work for those people because he knows what he wanted to do. But if my kids, that's why I try to put them in different things so they could experience things, find something that interests them. Because I didn't have that growing up. But if they know exactly what they want to do, and then they go to school for that, that would be perfect. But it would be best if they have some sort of a technical thing. You know, when I think about that, I remember when I was in junior high school, they used to have like after school program, wood shop. I remember I even took wood shop for one semester, and then the following year or the following semester, it was gone. They chop it off, and that's when I started. Little things started clicking. I wasn't fully aware what was going on. I'm like, why would they do that? I wasn't really into politics or anything like that, but I remember taking a art thing, after school art thing, and I did. I forgot how you call it, but it's some sort of things to do plate kind of thing. It was really amazing. I wish I could find that thing that I did. It was from an after school program. So if kids have those kind of skills, I mean, they were chopping these kind of things. It's little thing at a time. Those things gradually, people don't pay attention to that. If parents were involved into the schooling system, they know what's going on, all the after school program. They used to have a lot of sports, football things. All this start chipping off. Now, any kids who wants to play football, they have to pay. It's like an extra program to pay some organization who's doing it, to attend or to know how to do it. Like volleyball. I play volleyball, both high school and college. Now I don't even think high school have them anymore. If they do, it's very rare. So I'm not going to say it's all of them, but very rare you still see those kind of things happening. So when I read this about Daria, she had to get out of, not continue her schooling right after high school like most kids do. She had to stop because, she didn't want to create bills and stuff like that. But there are ways around that because, like, for instance, when I went to college, my parents didn't pay for my college. I pay for my own school. While I'm working, I work part-time. At the beginning, I was going part-time also, but I was saving. And as I realized the groups that I came in with were about to leave, where they were going to graduate, and I wanted to graduate with them. That's in college. Then I started, taking more classes, going full-time, take summer classes to finish, and I ended up finished before them. I don't know what they were doing. Oh, later on I find out, okay, sidetrack a little bit. Later on I found out some of the groups that I was in, even though they were somewhat on time, but they were getting financial aid to help them. I didn't have that, but I knew how the system worked. For instance, they were taking elective things that was not part of their curriculum to graduate. Some of them were taking African studies and stuff like that. These are electives, things, if the program required electives, yes, I could understand for taking that. But I take electives based on what they require me to get my freaking degree. So I wasn't taking electives for fun. I was taking elective because I was paying for it. So a lot of the groups that I came with were not, I thought they were going to graduate. But after I graduated, I realized they were taking classes that was not part of their curriculum. So it's not me to tell them not to take it. But I told them, I remember talking to a couple of them, and I told them, you know what, I'm paying for my school. I need to take what was under my curriculum for me to graduate. Then later on, if I have money left over and I want to take those classes, then I could go back and take those classes. But right now, I can't afford them. I could only afford classes that will require me to get my diploma. So many of them didn't understand the system. But I ended up graduating before them, which I thought they pretty much wasted time on things curriculum that was not part of their degree. But that's not to say they didn't learn anything. I'm not saying African studies or other kind of electives is not important. Yes, they are. Believe me, if I had the money, I would go and take those classes. But at that time, to get my degree, they were not important to me at the time. So yeah, so you could do it, you know. So she did what she had to do to get her daughter on the right track. You know, she suffered, meaning Doria, she suffered first. You know, she did the hard work. And I'm pretty sure, I mentioned that in one of my videos, if you don't teach your kids the value of things, you just hand it to them, they're not going to understand what they have. I'm pretty sure Miss Doria taught Megan, you do this because of that. You did that because of this. If this come to happen, you do this because something else will happen. I'm sure that Miss Doria taught Megan the value of everything she handed to her. Okay? And throughout Megan's life, she understood what it meant to have what she had. She didn't take them for granted. All right, so this is my take on that. So I'm pretty sure Miss Doria taught Megan every little thing that was handed to her. Even though I don't know the full story, Thomas was and Miss Doria were working together to give Megan the value of stuff. I'm sure, it was in the news who paid Megan's tuition and all of that. So Megan understood the foundation of what she had, the sacrifices her parents had to make. So while she's in school, she's like, oh, I could do work study. If I do this for a couple hours, I could get whatever I could get from the school to help pay toward my tuition, which will alleviate my family, my parents, from paying this extra, whatever, X, Y, and Z. I'm pretty sure this is the way it went, because if Miss Doria was not focusing on Megan's education and Thomas was not focusing on that, Megan will not be where she is. She could have even graduated from college, right? But if she didn't understand the meaning, the value, the sacrifices they were making to give it to her, what we're seeing right now, her volunteering, her taking time out of her schooling, even the school that she went to, Immaculate Heart, taught her those aspects of things. If she didn't understand those foundation, no way we will see Megan that way. We've heard other actresses working with other people, how snobbish they are. They can't stand working with them because they don't have those kind of foundation. I don't want to name any name. If you don't know from the headlines that were going on, I'm not going to point them out because they're not too good. And some of them lose jobs for being conceited. People call them out on social media. You're not so and so. This is not what I saw when you were working with me. You gave me a hard time, this and that. If you didn't know about this, I'm not going to point it out because that particular actress lost certain things, certain deals. But at the same time, I have to think of her in a way where she probably learned her lesson now. It had to take her that to learn her lesson. So I'm not going to add to her misery for me to call out her name. So if you didn't know, I'm not going to say. But yeah, like I was saying, the foundation for Megan was set. Even though Thomas was helping paying for her schooling, they could say whatever they want. The media could say whatever they want. Thomas took loan out to pay for. We know the truth behind that. But what is it? They divorced at a certain time. I don't know for how many. The book mentioned it, but I don't remember. They divorced. And I'm sure because of the divorce, Mr. Markle had to pay some sort of, how do they call this? Child support, right? I'm pretty sure. So, Miss Doria, that money that comes from Mr. Markle, I don't think she wasted on stuff like many women do now, where they entrap celebrities to get pregnant and to take money from the celebrities and to live a lavish lifestyle. I'm pretty sure Miss Doria used that money from Mr. Markle to help fund Megan's tuition. I wasn't there, I don't know, but based on the quality of a person Miss Doria is, I'm pretty sure that's what the money was used for. The money was used for what it was meant to be used, on Megan. And when you look at Thomas' other kids, okay, they, what is it? Mr. Markle divorced their parents. The older kids, the other siblings, siblings of Megan. Okay, I'm pretty sure also Mr. Markle had to pay child support. I don't know, but this is the way the system is. If he did marry the kids' parents, and then they divorce and they have kids together, I'm pretty sure in the United States, the father had to pay child support. That's a well-known fact. That's a fact. How come the other kids don't come out like Megan? And now they're blaming Megan for being successful because her mother did what she was supposed to do. Let me know what you think of what I'm pointing out. I don't know the full situation, but based on American system, when a parent divorce, one or the other, whoever have full custody of the child, if the other one is working, back then I'm pretty sure the kids went to the mother. Okay, I'm pretty sure. I don't even want to find out if it is. Okay, let's say if it's Thomas Markle who had full custody of the kids. Okay, let's just say that. Let's say the mom, well, unless I don't know what happened to the moms, if they passed or anything like that. If the mother passed, disregard everything I'm about to say. Okay? If Mr. Markle took full custody of those other half siblings of Megan, like the one who's always on the media, the woman, I don't want to mention name, bragging or saying negative stuff about Megan, and the half brother coming on social or whatever. If you don't know, I'm not going to point what they say. Let's say Mr. Markle had full custody of those kids, and then the mom had to pay Mr. Markle for child support. Let's just say that. And it could either be the other way around. How come they are the way they are? Tell me. How come they are the way they are? Okay? If the foundation, like Megan had, those kids have the foundation support of telling them right from wrong. Don't do this. You need to get your education. I don't know if they had education. I really don't know. I think there was a picture of the sister graduate and Megan was in the picture of the half-sister. Okay, let's say they did that. Okay, how do you manage your money? Okay, after you graduate, what do you do? What happened from that point on? Okay, even if you have money, I did a video earlier here. I told my husband, we're not buying wood to come and burn to do grilling here. We're in the freaking in the woods. I'm sure we'll find wood, to burn. I'm not gonna spend money to buy wood. They're not that expensive, but I know the value of our money. Okay, people need to understand value of stuff, value of things. That way, when they have it, they don't waste. They don't. How will I say that? Not only waste. They don't appreciate it. I guess they don't value it. Okay, kids need to know the value of stuff. Even if you have tons of money, you have a room. Oh, there they come. They just came from fishing. Okay, my video just end right now, but this is pretty much the premise of what I was trying to say. All right, when I read that quote. Did you guys caught any fish? Yeah. A lot?
I actually caught some this time.
So you're happy now? So how come you guys didn't call me so I could get stuff ready for you guys? Oh shit, I left that.
I don't know.